In the midst of extreme poverty experienced by so many Nigerians, it might shock you to know that all the money spent on the 2023 election might be a waste, because many calls are coming for Inec to cancel the 2023 presidential election. So guys, this group has come out to call out the Inec to cancel the 2023 election because, they said Inec violated their rights. You can see that many people do not even believe in Inec's declaration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president-elect, as this group calls for the total cancellation of the 2023 presidential election. Let me just allow you to watch this video yourself. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.
Speech of the National Chairman of DA, His Excellency Prince Frank Igonga, at the World Press Conference of DA held in Abuja on the 30th of May 2023. Theme: exclusion of DA, Democratic Alternative Candidate and logo from the 2023 elections by Inec. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, esteemed party members and the media team, all protocol observed. On the behalf of all members of DA, Democratic Alternative, a foremost political party in Nigeria, we appreciate your attendance of the DA World Press Conference of the 2023 election on exclusion of DA candidates and logo from the ballot of 2023 general elections. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am not here to bore you with the heroic battles of DA to establish the current democratic dispensation, where we lost a lot of members. But we'll tell you that DA was officially registered as a political party in 2002 and was delisted in 2011 by Inec. The Court of Appeal sitting in Enugu brought back DA to be relisted in a celebrated judgment in favor of DA in the suit CA 170-2014. Inec released DA a few weeks to the commencement of the 2019 general election on the 9th of April 2018, as the 2019 election started on the 18th of August 2018. Whereas the Electoral Act is very clear that all registrations must be done within 6 months minimum to the election. So by so doing, they violated us, and we were systematically excluded from the 2019 elections. But nevertheless, DA participated in the 2019 general elections, fielding over 1,200 candidates, only next to APC and PDP that fielded 1,500 candidates respectively. DA was rigged out of the 2019 election with many irregularities that marred the 2019 election that can least be described as credible, not tenable in the international arena. DA and 33 other political parties went to court to seek redress and to restrain Inec from the registering DA and 33 other political parties in a suit. While the suit was pending in court, Inec deregistered DA and 73 other political parties on the 6th of February 2020, thereby violating the doctrines of legal spendings and resulting to self-help. It is strict law that you cannot take action when a case or a suit is in court, which we all know. And it is strict law that when a suit is in court, status quo should be maintained and should remain what? Ante bellum. But INEC violated us. 74 political parties were deregistered illegitimately. Until today, they still insist on trampling on us and our fundamental rights of appeal and of getting redress. Number 5, ACD and 22 others appealed to the judgment of the lower court in appeal court number CA ABJ C5 507 2021, while DA and 2 others appealed in a separate suit CA ABJ C5 931A 2020, and the suit is still pending in the appeal court sitting in Abuja. And as long as we have appealed the case and our case is still pending, we should be given the same prerogative of being inclusive, so that the same laws that said all cases in court is a strict law, that status quo should be maintained ante bellum. Basking on this backdrop, DA was granted a part judgment by the Federal High Court Abuja in the suit FAC ABJCS 450/2021 to benefit from the appeal court judgment in favor of ACD and 2 others. This judgment has not been set aside and is still subsisting. Basking on these legal windows in favor of DA to be released by INEC, DA applied to participate in the Enugu State Local Government election of the 23rd February 2022, and NSEC, the Enugu State Independent National Electoral Commission, granted DA the opportunity to participate in Enugu State LGA election by obeying the court judgment of suit FHC ABJ CS 456/2021 in favor of DA and 2 others. And we thank the Enugu SEC Independent National Electoral Commission of Enugu State Government for obeying court order. And we also thank the governor, the outgoing governor, His Excellency Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, for this magnanimous, for this right sense of direction of obeying the rule of law and obeying the democratic tenets of the Nigerian Federation. 8. In the 2023 general election, DA wrote to INEC to participate in the 2020 general election, and we conducted DA primaries and convention. And on the 7th and 8th of June 2022, and INEC was duly informed, and the list of candidates elected to contest the 2023 general election were forwarded to INEC. To be on the safe side, DA went to court in the Federal High Court Ikoyi, Lagos, for inclusion in the 2023 general election. But due to the truculence of the democratic and legal institutions of the polity, we reserve our comments for now. Subsequently, DA was excluded from the 2023 election, and we notified INEC in our letter dated 3rd of March 2023 through DA legal team, expressing our dissatisfaction in the exclusion of DA presidential candidate Mr. Victor Okechukwu-Veshne, Vice Presidential candidate Mrs. Hafsat Abubakar, and other candidates and DA logo from the 2023 general election. We may challenge this exclusion in court of competent jurisdiction, basking on the recent Supreme Court judgment in favor of the Youth Party that was among the 74 political parties illegally deregistered by INEC, as this judgment of Apex Court SCC/CV C77/2021 of INEC versus Youth Party, delivered on the 3rd of December 2022, becomes the new authority of stare decisis on the matters of party deregistration, which favors the truth that the deregistration of the 74 political parties was done illegally, and the masses and Nigerians were violated illegally by INEC, including us, the democratic alternative. Lastly, we call on INEC to obey the Supreme Court judgment of INEC versus Youth Party to release the 74 illegally deregistered political parties as well as DA, and allow multi-party democracy to flourish in Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa. We call on all members of DA and all fans of DA to be peaceful, law-abiding, and steadfast, as the law may grind slowly, but surely truth and justice will prevail. Thank you for attending the DA World Press Conference. Long live DA, long live Nigeria.
Don't be thrown by that name. I'm from Anambra State, precisely in Anambra State.
Not Indian.
No, I'm not Indian. I will tell you about it someday. I speak to you and to the world today as the presidential candidate of the Democratic Alternative and as a patriotic citizen of this country, Nigeria. We all love this country. And today, I am enjoining every well-meaning Nigerian, every patriotic Nigerian of whatever tribe, of whatever hue, of whatever religion, to join me in calling on the President of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, to cancel the last 2023 general election and to conduct another election on the following reasons.
Presidential, sorry.
The entire elections, general elections. Okay. For the following reasons, but particularly the presidential elections. One, based on what the chairman of the party has said here, let me just elaborate on the need, because the institutional problems that has attended to, that has led to the exclusion of my party, can be illustrated in two specific ways. Inec, for instance, when my party started on the journey to get Inec to allow us to participate in the election, about 10 months before the election, it was a pre-election matter. My party was in court. Inec was was served on about 10 occasions by the court, the High Court in Lagos. 10 occasions over about a 10-month period. Inec did not honor any of those services over 10 months. They could have resolved the matter, they could have allowed the matter to be resolved in court, but they refused to honor it. And Justice Egwatu, who was handling it, not Justice Egwatu, Justice Alagwa, I understand, Justice Alagwa, who was handling it, insisted for 10 times or thereabout that Inec must be served before he would give ruling on the matter. I don't know if that is the way it is done, because when a party refuses to respond to summons, the court, in my opinion, should go ahead and give judgment. But they refused to give judgment. Finally, on a specific date, we can give you the full details of this. I was informed that Justice Alagwa had decided to give judgment on a Monday. I was given that information on a Friday morning. But in the ruling, he has said that, well, if Inec is not coming, and Inec has been served 10 times, he was going to give judgment on a Monday. On Friday night, over the news, I heard the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court of Nigeria announce that all pre-election matters were forthwith to be handed over to tribunals, that the high courts handling them were no longer to continue. So I said, it's not going to affect us, since Justice Egwatu over the last 10, Justice Alagwa over the last 10 months, had waited, for Inec to come severally, and Inec didn't come, and he had decided to give judgment on Monday. So I went to Lagos High Court on Monday, only to be informed that the matter had been transferred to the tribunal. And the tribunal judge continued on the same line of action. He did not take into consideration the 10 times or so that Inec was invited and did not come. He insisted on inviting Inec all over again.
Justice is here.
Justice, yeah, you get the details from him. And the same process started again. And eventually, he gave a ruling because the tribunal deadline was looming, and so he said in the ruling, the summary of it, as far as I was briefed by the legal team, was that you can go on appeal, because he did not give any clear-cut ruling. So, on the 2nd of December, about the same period, the Supreme Court had given judgment to the Youth Party in favor of the Youth Party against Inec. And the case was similar to the DA. So we went on appeal, and in our appeal papers, we said we were going to present, we actually brought the copy of the judgment, yes, of the Supreme Court, but it was not a certified true copy. So the court insisted, that you will not send them on a voyage of discovery. You have to give them the certified true copy. Remember, the judgment was given on the 2nd of December. On the 5th of December, the documents are here. You will be given these documents. Everything we say here, you can be given documents. On the 5th of December, the Democratic Alternative asked for the CTC, the certified true copy of the judgment, which is our fundamental rights, because the law says, the appeal laws, says that you must file within 14 days or thereabouts. So the judgment was given on the 2nd, and on the 5th were applied. When the judgment was given, when the CTC was given to us, on the 6th of February, does that engender confidence in the judiciary? It does not, in my opinion, because we lost the case in the appeal court because we couldn't tender the prevailing authority. We couldn't. And for these reasons, the judiciary and Inec, are not trustworthy. They're not. 2, my second reason for asking the president to do the needful. 2, the president is the most powerful, respected member of our society. He's the leader of our society. He's the most influential member of our society. The laws of our society make it clear that no one is above the law. No citizen, no matter how powerful, no matter how influential, is above the law. Yet, on the day of voting, the presidential elections, the very first elections that were held, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria displayed his ballot paper and said, and made it clear that he had voted for Bola Tinubu. Is that what it means to be the president of this country? Even the president of America doesn't do that. Recently, the president asked that Nigerians forgive him. Yeah, we may be ready to consider that, but in my religion, and I'm a Christian, if you want forgiveness, you must show remorse, you must be contrite. The president cannot ask us to forgive him of everything when on that day, he single-handedly influenced the outcome of the elections of Nigerians. He cannot. He that goes to equity must have clean hands. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is responsible to the Nigerian citizens. He is not above the law. I dare say it. He is not above the law. I respect him in a lot of instances. He is a man of integrity. He is a good man. But he is not above the law. So that is my second reason for asking that he cancel the election. Let him do Nigerians the right thing. Institutional compromises. Nigerian institutions, let's be honest. Nigerian institutions are compromised. Everywhere you look at it, Nigeria, I've talked about the judiciary, I've given the examples, I've talked about the Inec. Imagine the amount of money that Inec was allowed to spend for that election.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. This group has come out to call on Inec to cancel this election. They are asking that this election be cancelled. Let this election be cancelled and let a fresh election be conducted. We all know that most Nigerians do not even agree with Inec when it comes to, the process that led to Bola Ahmed Tinubu emerging as the president-elect. Many Nigerians do not agree with Inec. We all know what happened during this election. And I tell you, gone are the days when people accept anything for an election. These days, Nigerians are becoming wiser And you know, most Nigerians have rejected the 2023 presidential election because it was marred by so many things, you know, that disqualifies it from being credible. And that is why people want this election to be cancelled. As you can see, this group has also lent their voice in asking that the 2023 presidential election be cancelled. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.